Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Hello, hello.
Hi.
Hey. Greg, hey, welcome. Barb and Pamela, sweet Pamela.
Hello, my darling.
Okay.
How are you?
So I'm out at the lake house here. I don't know if you can see, but
Yay.
yay.
Oh.
It's kind of stinky. You know, they're going to redo the house. I don't know if you heard, but the people that lived here before let their pets wander around the house and do whatever they needed to do. So, hey, Miss Lanny.
Lanny.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, hello. All right, I'm going to get my, all right. We got a few minutes. Everybody say hi.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Hi,
I can't. Cindy, are you driving?
Cindy.
Hey. Woohoo.
It's Miss Uber.
Oh, Uber drive. Oh, nice.
Yes, and I quit my job today. It was awesome.
Oh my gosh.
You quit your job and you didn't even call me?
Sorry.
Congratulations.
I gave them notice, and they told me they didn't want me to come back in, and I was like, okay.
Where did my audio go?
Nice. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can get this a little bit higher.
Yeah, they saw that. It was in front of my face. They saw that.
All right. How's that?
All right. It
All right.
sort of left us.
What?
Peggy.
Peggy! Woohoo! Woohoo!
Annie's
Alrighty.
going to join us and Jen's going to join us. There's Annie. Hi, Annie.
Hey, Hanny, and Deb, and Cindy, and Chris, and
Hello.
all right.
Hi.
Hey, Marianne.
So I'm using my headset.
Barrett is here. And Hanny. Hi, Hanny.
Hi. Hello.
And Linda.
Hi.
Sweet.
Hey, Linda.
All right, we got like one more minute. Oh, guys, did you guys get your thing? Did you get it printed out and stuff?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, where's that, Marianne?
All right,
Yeah,
I'm gonna put a link up here so you guys can get it next time. We're gonna kind of whip through this because I think it's so powerful and we want it to be great.
Oh, and Marianne, just for
Did that
you, I'm
come
not
in
eating.
What's that? What's that?
in an email?
I said, just for you, I'm not eating.
Oh, good. And no
What's the
eating.
link? What's the link?
Okay, I'm going to put it, well, if you go to youngevityuniversity.com, okay,
Okay.
and I'm going to put that up here in the little deal. Okay, and then,
So it's the PDF with that. Okay. Got it.
yeah, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put in the chat, I'm going to put the PDF, the link to this PDF that I actually downloaded and printed. Okay, so that's what that link is. So if you click on that, it's going to take you a PDF for this. Okay, I'm going to mute everybody. Hold on 1 second here. All right, everybody's muted. Obviously, if you've got something to say, just let me know, okay? So what I wanted, we've been talking about systems forever, and getting a process together has been a process. But what's happened is something that I think we can all work with here. Now, what I'm going to do is put in the Youngevity University. So if you get the opportunity to go there, what you're going to find is you're going to find a walkthrough of this system here, okay? And so it's going to be step by step how, training for your new people. And what I'd love for you guys to do, and what I'm having my team do, is we're actually going to do that tonight. The link is bad. Who said that? The link is bad? Hang on.
It's not bad. It's working.
It's not, okay, good. I was going to say I just did it and it worked fine. Okay. If it's not working for you, then go to Youngevityuniversity.com. And then what we're going to do is, I'm going to walk you through this really quick. There was a great Facebook with Corey Gold and Alex Tice today, kind of talking about the system. So if you want to watch that, and then, okay, good. We have it. All right. But this is based on Eric Worre. This is just based on network marketing. And I love it because I don't know about you guys, but I want to be a professional network marketer. So Tarzan, the link that this is on that page. So if the second one worked for you, then if you look at the very top of the page, there's a link and it says to download the Getting Started training. You can do it right there. Okay, so what I love about this is, first of all, it's a step-by-step, and this is something that you can sit down with your people. It's also online, so if you can't sit down with them physically, you can send them the link. You guys can walk through it, and then you can also, it's also mobile friendly. So imagine something that's all of that. You can print it out, it's mobile friendly, and you can do it off your computer. So what it talks about is experiencing the products. And most of us, probably that's how we came in the first place, right? Experience the products. And, I had a gentleman, and I think I kind of talked about him on 65 in a Wake Up, but, he was a chiropractor, and, okay, wait. They said it's kind of glittery, so I'm just going to turn this a little bit because I can't really close that window, curtains there. All right. I'm on a hardwood floor. Is that better? Is that better for you guys? Okay. So anyway, so it says first of all, experience the products. And so what I was saying is most of us have come in with the products at some point, right? And then we have a testimonial. We get our own story about that. Okay. And then we are going to develop our why. Develop our why and set our goals. And I was thinking about this. Some of these people, I have not done that with them for a long time, right? People that have been in my business. And this is a great way to get back with people and and start them off right. Because as the systems have evolved, now we've got something really, really good here. So it says develop your why, commit and set your goals. So I'm not going to read everything, but just kind of the highlights here. So some questions that you can help to determine your why. So what do you absolutely love to do? And so often I asked a friend what they love to do, and they said, well, I think I want to get a job doing this. And I said, no, that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking what you love to do. And so one of the things, and I love to use Farmer Glenn as an example, because we were doing the coffee shop interviews in a coffee shop, and he goes, I don't feel comfortable here. That wasn't his arena. That wasn't where his playground, right? And so I said, where do you feel comfortable? And he said, I feel comfortable at my farm. And so we developed these talks. We developed ways that he could bring people to the farm, right? Attract people to the farm where he felt comfortable. And so what he loved to do was being at the farm. So figure out what people love to do, not only how they want to do this business, but what they want to evolve. And the thing is, people's goals change, and you know that. My goals changed from the time I came in to this business. Cindy might have come in for health and losing weight, but now she realizes she can help other people, right? Pamela the same way. How did we come into this business? What was our goals in the beginning? It says, what do you worry about both now and about your future? maybe it's their health, maybe it's finances. One of the things that I had to figure out was how I was going to replace my 401k that my husband and I had to live on for several years, right? And I'm looking at that going, it took me 30 years to get there. How am I going to make that up? Okay, what would you do with an extra $500 a month? Now on here, we have in the coffee shop, what would you do with an extra 200? What would you do with an extra 1,000? I think you can work this in however you want to do it, but it says, what would you do with an extra $500 a month? How many lives would that change? My husband and I would not have lost our home. We lost our home to bankruptcy. We tried to work with the bank. They wouldn't refinance. They wouldn't refinance because of our credit. And so we couldn't do anything. And another $500 a month, had I known what I know now, would have changed our lives. We wouldn't have had to lose our home. If money were no object, what would your perfect day look like? Describe it in detail from morning till bedtime. There's a guy out there named Frank Kern, and you've probably heard Tom talk about him a couple times, but you can look it up, and he's got a YouTube about your perfect day. And I remember when I watched it, I kept telling Tom, you have got to watch this video. You've got to watch this video. And finally, after about 6 months, he did. And he lives his perfect day every day. That is what got him into doing all the things that he's doing, where he goes to AA and he, does his call, and he walks to the coffee shop and he makes all these calls, and he has created his perfect day. And we all have the opportunity to do that. And then my why is, that's the last thing down here. My why is, why are you even here? I did a whole talk down in San Antonio, and it was like, why are you here? Why do you show up? Why are you here on the Zooms? Why do you go to convention? Why do you buy product? Why are you really here? And figure out what that means to you. Because for all of us, it means something different. Who's Darth Vader joins us once in a while? Is Darth Vader on here? Did I miss it? Okay, so I always ask, so Aaron's saying, if time, money, and responsibility were no object, what would you do? What would you have? And that's a great question. I'd love that. But have you stumped a few people with that? Because most of the time, they haven't even been dreaming about that. So, that's something that I can remember when I first got in here, I didn't even know what that would look like. So some people aren't going to be able to answer those questions, but we can get them there. All right. What action did you take, and where were the results? So now what we're going to do is develop your story. We're talking about that now. We're going to, do presentation training and what have you. And here's what I've done with my people. We picked a special night. We all showed up and we told our stories, and we videoed. We videoed people telling their stories, and we also critiqued people afterwards. And then they got to see their video. They got to watch it. Here's what happens to most people. They have this tremendous story, and 45 minutes later, the people are just looking at you cross-eyed because you have gone into every single detail about it, right? And so what you want to do is you want to learn how to tell your story in like 90 seconds. And you just want to hit the highlights. And so this is great because it talks all about the story, the 4 basic steps to developing, your product story, your business story. I mean, now I've done it enough times that I can just, depending on who I'm standing in front of, I can spill out a story that's powerful and emotional. And at the end, you want people to be like, wow. And then my financial story might be, and now, I'm helping other people save their home. I'm helping people make an additional, income so that they don't have to go through what I went through. Does that sound like something you want to be a part of? And then people are like, well, yeah, why wouldn't I? Or same with the health. You know what? I was able to, resolve so many health issues and so many people. Now I just want to continue to do that and help people get their health back and live a great life. Is that something you'd be interested in? And people are like, well, yeah. And if they're not, then they're not, right? But what gets you emotional? What gets you passionate? And so some of the examples was, I was this much overweight, couldn't fit into my clothes, and I was frustrated. So the first part is, where were you? Where were you when somebody introduced you to Youngevity? I was in a financial distress state, and I heard hope. That's what I heard. And so then it says, how did you hear about it? Youngevity. So, my good friend Trish Hetherington, who we'd known each other for years, she shared this with me because she knew I needed something more than what I had. Okay. And then what action did I take? Well, I decided to jump in. I decided to join her. I loved what she was doing. And so again, it explains all that here in the system, and it gives you all kinds of options. Okay. And then where are you headed now? That's that passion. That's that call to action. That's that, at the end, so think about it. I mean, all of you guys have some type of story of where you were going, what was happening, feel, felt, found, and now what are you doing? And you're helping other people do the same. So it's got a whole thing here where you can fill all this information in that we just talked about your product testimony, and get it. You know what? Here's what I want to say is just do the highlights. You can get into the details later, but just do the highlights. Do the things that are powerful. Okay, so now the next one is, what are you going to commit to your business? Okay, and I like this. It says, I will work my Youngevity business, blah, 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 this many hours a week. I'm working with a gentleman. He's already committed to me. He's going to do so many hours a week. That was before I even sent him this, right? And he said, I can work these days. On some days I work 16 hours, so I'm not going to be able to put the time in those days. But what he's figured out is when he can do this business. And a lot of times what I do is I have my people pull out a calendar and mark off all the time they can't do the business, right? Because where everybody goes is that, oh, I don't really have time. I don't have time. Well, let's get your calendar and let's mark what's going on. Well, I work these days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, from this time to that time. Okay. I have my yoga classes I go to on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay. And I have to do this with my kids, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Here's what's amazing, how many hours you have left in a day. Well, you think you don't have time. So then you're going to, what we're going to do is we're going to work with them on their calendar and get, and what's comfortable for you. If you're pushing somebody, here's what happens. If you're pushing somebody too hard, they get frustrated and don't do a thing. Has anybody ever felt like that? You're putting so much out there that you can't even handle one little thing. So then you don't even know which way to go. And so here, what you can do is, okay, on Sunday, I have from 5 to 7 because I do my church stuff in the morning and we do this in the afternoon. We have lunch and what have you. But from 5 to 7, I'm kind of not doing anything. So I'm going to commit 2 hours on Sunday. I'm going to, action items, right? Anyway, so you go down here and you can put what days you're going to put time in and what days that you aren't going to put. However it's going to work best for you. Income producing activities. Absolutely. Absolutely, Pamela. Okay. Then here's some of your goals. Like, I will earn my first $100 with Youngevity through my quick start and other bonuses by this time. Okay. So how you look at the hours you can work and you're like, well, shoot, I'm working 12 hours a week. I'm going to commit 12 hours a week to my Youngevity business. And I want to earn my first $100 in my first month or in 2 months, whatever's comfortable. My monthly income goal with Youngevity in the next 90 days, maybe that's $300 to $400. What does that look like? I will earn my first 1,000 and earn the rank of 1 star by 90 days, by 6 months, whatever it looks like for you. Because again, if we put too much pressure, did anybody go to that, to the training about move the box at convention? That was awesome, right? Because he talked about nudging. And it's just like they say, you can't eat an entire elephant at once. So you can't move an entire group at once. You've got to have this idea, but each time you're nudging people. So you're nudging them with this system and their commitment. Okay, prospecting list. Okay, how many of you are on the 65 and wake up here? And you feel so good because you know you have a prospecting list. Most people, and I heard this once before, someone told me, if someone tells you they have no friends, you might think about that a little bit. There's got to be a reason for that, right? That people have no friends. And so what we have done, you know, in high school, we had all these people that we knew, and our circle was huge, huge, huge. And as we've gotten older, we've just narrowed it down and narrowed it down and made it smaller and smaller. And really, people, for me, is a huge part of my life now. And it wasn't before. I think I'm going to put myself on the big screen. There we go. Okay. So here it talks about helpful tips, you know, never prejudge anyone. I've done that. You know, offering the gifts of good health, high quality and abundance. The more people you have on your list, the better, right? Because when somebody tells you no, it's okay. I remember I was watching a seminar or something, and they said, you know when you're a professional network marketer, when somebody tells you, no, I'm not interested, and it doesn't affect you in any way, because you're like, thank you, check, and off to the next person. And that's what 65 and a Wake Up is doing for you. And then how to create your prospecting list. Uh-oh, somebody just unmuted. Did somebody want to say something, or was that an accident? If you guys, since I'm kind of doing this and doing that, all right. Anyway, okay, so then it says how to create your prospecting list, which now we understand, right? Who do we know? Who do we go to church with? You know, what kind of organizations are we in? Who are our close friends? I always think when somebody tells me they're so busy, I'm like, that's great, because you're meeting people every day. And they are, but they don't even know how to actually capitalize on that. And now we do. All right, so then it's even got a place for you to start writing down your prospecting list and start getting information on who those people are, and sit down and work with your people and get them into this 65 and Wake Up, because
Marianne,
yes.
interrupt. Linda Bassley has her thing unmuted, so, and I'm a Jean as well.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got I'm a Jean, and who's the other one? Who's the other one?
Linda Bassley. Oh, she's muted now. I'm a Jean.
Okay, good. Okay.
And Ralph Nichols and Roderick Wiggins are both unmuted as well.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt you, but I...
No, that's all right, because somebody said they were, but what's weird is, like, I can't, okay, I think everybody's muted now. Is it quieter?
Still unmuted.
Okay.
And
Still,
I'm a Jean too.
That is so weird, because it's not showing me that I can mute them.
There's an iMachine and there's an iMachine iPhone. There's two different iMachines.
Oh, iMachine. I can see her. Can
Yes,
you mute?
Marianne.
Yes. Can you, is there a way for you to mute your phone? Or
My
mute?
phone is muted. I think my computer, I don't know. I was trying to get on there, but I have to just cut it off. Okay.
Okay. I'm just, for some reason, it's not showing that I have that capability. I don't know why. Unmute. Okay. Oh, there it is. She's got two different things. I see. All right. She had a computer and a phone going. Okay. Anyway, so here you can help people start talking about their list. I'm going to mute all again. Hold on. Okay. Everybody's muted again. All right. Okay. Now, there's a training on how to invite people. So it's 5 simple steps to successful inviting. And this is great because it gives you even like a little script on how to invite by the phone. Compliment. Who was it? Oh, Cindy. I did that training on her call, and it was so funny. So here's what I did on this training is they invited me to teach them how to do the coffee shop interview on somebody. And I told them not to tell me a thing about this lady. And they told her that I was going to do an interview on her, and she was very nervous. And I didn't, okay, like we are on the phone. I'm not even looking at her. And I got on, I can't remember her name right now. And I said, oh my gosh, I love that dress. You look fabulous in that dress. That color you know, is great for you and all this kind of, she goes, well, thank you. Okay, now I don't even see her, but I've given her a compliment about what she's wearing. And suddenly, you know, her whole guard dropped down. And we ended up having this great conversation. I learned all kinds of stuff about her. And then she kind of reviewed my interview, and she said, you know what, you complimented me, and suddenly I just felt very comfortable. So these people that you have on your list, why do you love them so much? You know, I love my friend Trish because she is amazing. She helps people. She loves to be a part of a community and what's going on. You know, why do I love Bob and Jackie? Oh my gosh, they're like my best friends. You know, they are helping people constantly. And so why do you love these people? Think about that. And when you call them, you tell them how much you love them. Obviously, these are people you know, not necessarily people you've just met on the street. Okay. But you get to that point where you really do love people and you care about them. So compliment them. You know, you told me the other day when we were chit-chatting, you told me about how your son, he's got a lot of, you know, he's young and they've diagnosed him with all these different things, you know, and I'm getting together with a group of people, and there might be some information there that you could help your son with. You know, would you want to join me? And so it's really, once you understand the coffee shop interview and you wrap your head around what somebody is really looking for. And I know, Priscilla, people are thick-headed, but that's okay because you got more people on your list, so you can keep going. Oh, and Trish helped your sister. She's amazing. I love her. Okay, so here it talks all about how to, you know, your approach and confirm and get things set up. And let's see. Okay, your job is to discover what people are looking for and to see if Youngevity is a fit. Don't try to shove something down somebody's throat. I've had people tell me, I can't convince them. I can't convince them. I'm like, why are you convincing them? You shouldn't have to convince people. When you show them what this is, people will either get it or not get it. And so the right people are out there and they're waiting for you. And you know, Tom says that all the time. Anything you can fix in this business is by talking to more people. And what I put that little comment about the two salespeople, right? They're so funny because they come in and they got their little chart and, hi, so do you buy office supplies? I'm here to sell office supplies. I bet I can beat any price of office supplies that you're getting. So how many office supplies do you buy a year? And I'm like, well, there's just, you know, me pretty much and James, and you know, we get one ream of paper every 6 months. Oh, but I bet we can beat your price, you know? And so that's all they're talking about is the price. And I could care less. You know, it's going to be minuscule stuff. I care about people. I care about who I'm working with. That's what I care about. All right. So then it goes into the earning income. Hang on one second. I got to say something. All right, so then earning income. So there's a compensation video. There's a breakdown. I started watching these. They're great. Alex Tice is doing a breakdown of each one of the, you know, so chunks, right? You guys have heard about learning in chunks. You learn a little bit here, and then you learn a little bit here, and then you learn a little bit here versus trying to watch a 2-hour video on the compensation plan. So you watch it, and you watch a chunk, and you watch it over and over again until you learn it, and then you move on to the next one. So there's a tons of videos on that website, on the university, Youngevity University. Okay, so here you go. Get started right. You might have seen this image before. And so you're going to experience the products, which is what most of us do to start off with. Develop your why and your goals. Why are you here? Why are you interested? Why do you want to do the products? Why do you care about your health? Create your prospect list. Who are other people that you know? And if you don't have a prospect list, we know exactly how you can develop one. Get into the 65 and wake up. Start interviewing 2 people a day. Okay. And then start sharing and inviting. And what does that look like? And that might be this next phase, right? Because now you've got all these people in the pipeline and you keep following up with them in your 65 and wake up list. But now, what's the next step? How do you invite them? You know, how do you share what's going on? Sounds like someone is doing construction work in the background. It is so true. We are moving chairs around right now to prepare for our training. Okay, so they're going to be a little bit quieter now that I'm or not. It's people I love. All right, so then stay connected with Youngevity. It also shows them how to get connected with the Facebook and how to, okay, a little quieter, please. A little quieter. Don't be giving me dirty looks. Now they're giving me dirty looks. Okay, lots of banging. You guys can't do that any quieter? Jeez. Okay, so we've got, it shows Twitter, Facebook, all those things out there. Is that James? Yes, it is. You know how he's like a little kid. You tell him not to do something, he does it.
James, cut it out.
James, cut it out. Okay. And then 30, 60, 90 days. So this is going to show you your first 30, 60, and 90 days. Okay. So I'm going to end. I know this was quick, and I only did 30 minutes. However, I think I gave you guys lots of homework because you need to, oh, thank you, Priscilla. Jump on this and really start digging into this. And I'm going to go back to people that I started 2 years ago that fell off, right? Maybe because we didn't have a system, maybe because we didn't have what they needed to plug into. And like I said, you can do this on your mobile phone. You can do this from your computer. Oh, the other YGYU site. Oh, wait. Other men, of course, they can do. You're right. You're absolutely right. Okay. Anything else before I go? Any question, comment? Great training. Thank you. All right. I'm going to put this up one more time.
Thank you very much. It was really awesome. I was wondering if we could take a look again and listen to it, re-listen. Where can I find it?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Where can I find it if I want to look at it, you know?
Oh, the link? So
yes.
The link is Youngevity University.com. Oh, I see. We're going to, hold on 1 second, because for, if it doesn't have that WW in there.
No, what about the one you just did? Can I view that again?
What do you mean?
Your training just now. Your training, what you did.
It's going to be posted up on Masters of Enrollment tomorrow.
Okay, great. I'll view it again. Yes,
okay.
So much you shared. There's a lot you shared. So thank you
so
much.
Yes. No, you're absolutely right. I'll get that up and then you guys can review it. But also on that website, there's a step-by-step process. All right. The crowd is here. I'm going to have to go. I love you. Is that a horse?
Love you too. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you. Great call.
All right. Talk to you later. Have fun.
Thank you.